Hey everyone, and this is Rob over here at BuneBape, and hope you're having an amazing day. Today I'll be bringing you all a quick update video for the lack of update and maintenance in New World. I'll also be going over some invasion information, Prime Gaming, as well as the dev tracker. Make sure to stick around, and if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel get noticed, and I really do appreciate it. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So the first thing that we are going to be going over is going to be the patch notes, or actually the lack thereof. If you have been keeping up to date and tuned in to all the patch notes, they usually come the day before the patch, which is going to be on a Wednesday. So of course it's Wednesday now and there's been no patch and no maintenance, so a lot of people are wondering what's going on. First off, before I get any further, shout out to all of the community managers on the Amazon Game Studio forums. You should go check them out, and I will talk about this a little bit later when I talk about the dev tracker, but they have been really putting in a lot of work. I think there was a little bit of radio silence for a little bit, but ever since community managers have been stepping in, they've been answering a lot of questions. I think they've been doing a relatively good job. There's not a lot they can do other than keep us informed on what little they know as well. But as we do jump into these community manager messages over on the forums, they do say that they are planning and continuing to solidify patch notes, and this is an oddity, essentially, is what they're saying. They do want to continue to put out patches on Wednesdays, with the notes coming out on Tuesdays, but I think in general, a lot of people's consensus is they don't feel like they have enough done, or they didn't have enough done, and it wouldn't have been worth rushing it and putting out very little as far as in the patch notes if they continued on this Tuesday-Wednesday cycle. So I think obviously this is unconfirmed, but a lot of people suspect that it's going to either come later this week, or they're just going to delay it by an entire week and try to get as much done, knocking out the big three problem that we have right now, being the war, lag, and exploit issues, the portals simply not closing or working, and of course the big one, which is going to be pushing out Outpost Rush. So I think if they are not able to get any of those done, then they're probably not going to put out a patch, because it's honestly probably not going to be that big or significant. So it would kind of be a waste of time, especially for taking down the servers and doing maintenance for pretty much no reason. Unfortunately, that is all the information we have currently, and they are going to be updating us whenever they do have notes and are finalizing them over on their forums as well as Twitter. The next thing that I'm going to be touching on is going to be invasions, as we recently got some really interesting information clarifying a issue that I think a lot of people generally had the same consensus about, myself included. A lot of people had the general idea that if you got to wave 7 in an invasion, for example, then you had a lot higher chance of less things being degraded, as that kind of makes sense. But this was actually clarified by Chartis, as you can see, is one of the developers for New World, and apparently works fairly closely to the invasion team. And it had been cycling some false information around the forums by other either managers or developers saying that this was the case. But as you can see here, they clear it up and let you know that no matter the outcome, as long as you lose, you're going to lose the same amount of buildings as if you got from wave 1 or wave 7. The only way to completely come out unscathed, of course, is by winning. And again, it doesn't matter how far you make it, you are still going to lose the same amount of buildings. It is only tied to how high your territory is. So just so everyone knows, you can have your territory start out as a hamlet, of course, and it slowly works up and goes up to a village and so on. And so the higher rank your territory is, the more damage will be done. And that is the only thing that matters. So that's going to be about it for our updates and information that I thought everyone should be well aware of. I do have a couple tips as well as some pretty cool information in case anyone missed it or just didn't know. You can actually get the new Prime Gaming pack. You can claim it simply by going to your Prime Gaming account. And there you're going to see all of the stuff that is upcoming, as well as stuff that you can unlock. And the new Robin Hood Set 1 was actually recently released. And on November 9th, as you can see, you are going to get the rest of set, being set 2 for Robin Hood. And that's going to be a bunch of Robin Hood clothes, as well as the bow, a few emotes, as well as 2 different dye packs in each of these sets. So make sure to go claim that and make sure your character looks pretty cool. So moving on to our last thing, and I wanted to talk about the dev tracker. So a lot of people are not up to date on this information, and that's cool. You can just keep watching these videos. But if you want to stay up to date as much as you possibly can, then you're going to need to go over to the forums. So here we are over at the New World website, and I quickly wanted to head over here to show everyone where all this information comes from. I know a lot of people still don't know and really would like to be up to date. Also, if you have any problems, you can take them here and get them answered, hopefully relatively quick. So whenever you do come to the New World website, I am going to have the links for all of these sites down in the description as well. Then you can go over to the social tab and click on forums. Once you're here, you are going to be introduced with all this stuff. And really, if you want to see all the stuff that is going to be of interest to you, mostly what the devs are saying, then you can just simply hit the dev tracker tab. And this is going to show all of the responses. As you can see, Luxendra really putting in the work 10 minutes ago has been responding to bugs and communication with everyone. As you can see, these are all the big stuff that people are talking about recently. The lack of communication, bugs, luck, just all of these stuff that people are interested in. You can see what all of the devs are actually responding to, or you can see what the latest news is or what a lot of people are talking about, although these are usually older. So I simply wanted to come through here and show everyone that this is how you can stay up to date if you really want to, or you can go check on their Twitter where they usually do keep people up to date whenever there are new patch notes if you don't want to be on the bleeding edge of information such as the forums. And again, if you do have any concerns or anything that's happened to you in game that's a buggy or messed up like that, if you can't get to your character, I'd head over here, make a ticket, as a lot of people are experiencing the same thing, and you can get responded to and heard right away. So that's going to be about it for this video, and I really do hope you all enjoyed it and have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.